Sean Pickford. All right, so what we have for you in our top find is the 10-inch electric 2-in-1 telescoping pole chainsaw. We've sold many of the pole chainsaws, and last year we brought one quantity in of the new one that does the exact same thing, except that it can convert to a hand saw, so you can take the pole off of it with just by pressing a button.
That's it.
So now if you need to get a little closer to what you're cutting, you still have your hands protected, it's still got all the safety features, but you may not need that long pole on it all the time. So now you can convert it from one to the other, and it's sold out in a flash, and we haven't had that one back until now. So now it's back at a lower price than it was then, because we've got pre-season pricing for today through the end of the day, Tuesday, on our garden items.
Right.
So grab it while you can. I know there's been a lot of ice storms and snowstorms and wind, and you may have loose tree branches or things halfway broken off or laying around in your yard. This way you can reach up and cut them.
Yeah, that's
and you
it.
can also take the pole off and then cut the long branch into small pieces,
And
which I think is awesome.
That's exactly it, because as you said, storm damage. We're talking garden season,
Yeah.
but let's face it, a lot of people got snow and ice the last few days.
Sean Pickford and I are neighbors, so we have the same situation always going on in our yard.
Right.
So today, guys, this is on 6 payments of $14 and change.
You can't beat that.
14, get it. This is one of
For
my
yard
top 5 garden tools. I use this all the time, and I save so much money because I don't have to call some guy to come over and do it. And actually, when I have had to have tree guys come over occasionally, they want to borrow this.
Well, yeah, because they've never seen anything like it. And you can see, all we had to do was plug this guy in. We have 10-inch blade on there. We have 8-amp motor, nice and powerful. Yet this guy only weighs 8 pounds in this configuration.
And the new ones come with the chain already on the saw. So that was a customer request. You didn't want to have to put that on yourself. So out of the box, the chain's already on it. It comes with the chain oil that you need for
Yeah,
it, the bar and chain oil. You don't have to go buy any. Everything you need is in the box.
Yeah, I mean, you get the glasses, you get the oil, you get all that stuff.
Can I show the colors, and then I want
Yeah,
you to
let's
take
do
that
that.
off, and we'll show how to do it without the pole. So you guys, we've got some great colors here, exclusive to QVC. This one is the green. I believe that's the only one you can find elsewhere. We also have it in red. This camo right here is always very popular. We have black. We also have it in the new blue. It's a newer color. We also have purple. That's what I have, of course. We have yellow. And then our most limited is this awesome leopard. We don't have a whole lot of yellow ones either. So come on in, get yours for $14.16. Okay, so if I don't need the pole, sometimes that was like too cumbersome. I had this big pole and I just needed to cut something up that was low to the ground.
Now we're going to take the chainsaw part off, so all I do is push this button in there. So now this comes apart, you can see. So we're going to set this guy down here. The power part is back here on the end, so all I got to do is pull that. Now we take that apart. So now we're getting rid of the pole part because you want to use it in a handheld mode.
Okay.
So simple and easy to do. I'll just sit this guy over here, all right? Then all this does is slide into here. Now, that fast, we just converted it from a pole saw to a traditional style chainsaw.
And show them, Sean, don't worry that now it's closer to you.
Right.
Because you still have the safety. It's not going to turn on unless you press 2 buttons over here.
Yeah, this guy and this guy where your finger is there.
And then where you're holding it, see where my hand is right here, is protected by this platform.
Yeah, your hand guard is there.
I love it. Okay.
So now it converts to a handheld chainsaw. So if you're cutting firewood and things like that, you can do it. You can see nice big 10-inch Oregon bar and chain. That's the one you want. Okay. So you can see the size of the log that we have here, nice and big. So all you do is hold this guy in place, put it on there, and then let it start sawing. And all I'm doing is guiding the saw. I'm letting the power of the sun go do the work for me.
Look at that. That was a big log.
Well, and that's it. It is a real chainsaw. The great thing is you don't have to worry about the gasoline and mixing any of that. You are going to put oil in it. We give you the oil to start. There's a little window here, so there's no guesswork involved.
Let's do a close-up on that, because if you've never used one of these before, you're probably like, oh, how much oil do I use?
Right.
That is where you pour the oil in there, and then it fills up right there.
Yeah,
so
just
you
watch
can
your window.
see if you need to add more. It's super easy.
Yeah, and that's the great thing is, so now you can do the handheld, and we'll cut one more here just to show you. And again, I'm letting the saw do the work. I'm not pushing down. I'm letting it go back and forth. And that faster through it. When I let go of the button, it turns itself off.
Right.
You have the teeth here so that you can rock the saw back and forth like a traditional chainsaw to help you cut when you're doing that.
Okay.
Now, to convert it, it's really easy.
Okay.
So all I do, we'll walk over here because these things, all right, this may be your storm damage. A lot of you that had ice storms in the last few days, you got a lot of limbs and trees and bushes
and
down.
I don't know about you, and actually I've had professional tree trimming guys come over with something like this, like a hacksaw, or somebody had an axe one time.
Right.
I don't want to have to use those kind of tools. A, I don't have enough upper body strength, and B, they're not safe.
Right.
So put all that stuff away. You're also not using a big gas-powered chainsaw that I think looks super scary unless you really know what you're doing. So you don't need any of this stuff either.
No, and that's the great thing about it. You don't have to worry about that. You're not mixing gas and oil. We give you the oil that goes in here, bar and chain oil.
Right.
So if I wanted to, I could cut this guy in handheld mode. So I could go down here, turn this guy on, all right, and do that. But if I don't want to lean over, all right, I'm just going to convert it. And all I'm doing is taking the release button
Let's
here.
catch up with you again, Sean. I'm sorry. I just want everybody to see.
So this button here, I pull it back, and now I
pop it
release
off.
the chainsaw part.
Okay.
So we're going to take this guy here, and we're going to put the pole back on.
Okay,
so
now
it just,
let us see what you're doing.
all right, it's just going to slide right in. All right, just like that. That's
Okay.
all it is. And it
Click.
locks. Now it's locked into place.
Okay.
So that's one piece.
And now you put the chainsaw back on the other end of the pole.
Same thing here. So you just slide
Click
it.
and click.
You can see now, I'll turn it upside down. It's locked.
Yep.
It's not going anywhere.
Excellent.
So now we're ready to go. So now instead of me leaning over to cut, it's as easy as taking it and resting it on here. And notice, I'm a lot further away, but look how I'm standing.
Right.
So much more comfortable. So all I got to do is hit my two buttons and cut.
And a lot of times when you're cutting, you have kind of a long reach away from what you're cutting. And so
Well-
you need, that's why everybody's loved the extender pole. But now we've given you that option to take it off if you just want to maybe chop up a big long branch, or you've got something that's pretty close to you, or just logs. Maybe you're cutting up some firewood.
Well, and that's it. And I mean, you get plenty of reach. It extends out to 106 inches.
Yeah.
So I can reach, with my reach being 7 feet in the air, I can reach 15 feet in the air, yet my feet are firmly planted on the ground.
Can I,
They're nice
let me
and
show
safe.
everybody that I can do it.
Right.
So I can do it. So again, you've got a nice balance to this. I'm going to head over here so we can cut one of these logs right here.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is, see how I'm pushing the base
Exactly.
of the saw up against the log. I'm not cutting it like this.
Yeah, because then it will bounce around on you.
So this helps me to keep my balance. I'm going to unlock it and then press go. Hold on. What am I doing here?
You got it?
There we go.
There you go. That's it. Just pull it back here a little bit. You got it.
Sorry, I can't see what I'm doing on live TV. So again, it's easy. You just unlock and press. Now I want to show you too. Sean, grab that for a second.
And look how far. She's had it extended out really far.
Look
and we're
how
still
clean
able
this
to do
cut
that.
is too. So you don't have to put tar on it or put anything on it. Your tree will reseal itself. I've had so many trees that I thought were goners, and then I trimmed them with this saw, and they've grown back beautifully.
Yeah, I mean, here's a perfect scenario. There's that storm damage. This was actually at my house last winter, all right? And you can see we had to cut the limbs off, because if you don't, they become diseased.
Right.
All right, then the whole tree can die. You don't want to do that. So now cut it up. You can get all that stuff out of your driveway. You're not having some stranger come in there. Look, even reaching up high, not an issue. It was 10 degrees outside when we shot this video last year.
It's
So
really not
temperature
hard to
doesn't
do.
affect it.
It's very safe. I just want to make sure, if you guys have never tried this before and you think, oh, a chainsaw, that sounds really scary. It's not heavy to hold.
No.
I can do it. It's safe. You're not going to cut yourself. There's all kinds of safety features, including you can't turn, obviously you saw me, I couldn't turn it on without pressing the safety switch in at the same time. And then also, you're far away from it. Even when you don't have the pole attached, you've got protective shield. You're not going to cut your hands. Safety goggles come with it that Sean's wearing. Now I've got my glasses on, so I'm not wearing them.
Right.
But you want to put those on unless you're wearing glasses to protect your eyes. We give you those. We give you the bar and chain oil. It already comes filled, so we're giving you extra bar and chain oil. And the chain is already on the saw now. We didn't used to do that.
Yeah, we put it on the bar to make it easier. You're just going to tighten
get it out
on
of the
here.
box and just start using it. You'll save so much money.
They give you the wall brackets so that you can hang it up like we have ours back here. You also get a 3-year, no questions, extended warranty with Protection Plus.
So this comes with it. This will be in your box. Normally you get
2 years.
2 years. We're adding from our friends at Sunjoe an additional year of warranty on your saw. So I have had neighbors borrow mine. I've chopped up things like crepe myrtles or heavy, shrubbery with it. It doesn't have to be just trees. Sometimes when your shrubs come back in the spring, you need to cut off dead parts.
Right.
And the branches are too thick for your pruners. This is an excellent tool, and you can do it yourself. The more things you can do yourself for gardening, the more money you'll save.
Well, and that's it, because it's so easy, because it converts from one to the other.
Right.
All right. It's just a matter of touching 2 buttons. If you don't need it in the pole saw mode, go ahead and convert it down to the handheld mode. So that's the great thing about it. You don't have to worry about the gasoline. It's got an 8-amp motor. It's got all the power you need without all the maintenance and frustration and trying to get it started. You plug it in and it works season after season after season.
Never had a problem with this.
No.
And I use mine a lot. Here's the green. Here we come with colors. Here's the green one. We also have red, camo. Here's your black, blue, purple, yellow, and the leopard. Which ones were most popular? I know you said red. Very popular in this presentation. Over 450 of these now sold. Remember, pre-season pricing, you can get this for 6 easy payments of $14.16 today. So it's a really nice opportunity to pick up your chainsaw with the pole or not, now that you might need it. I mean, I've already been using mine.
I use mine the
No
other
need
day.
to wait till spring. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you.
All right, now, if you search clearance sale, we have something special going on.